leg. He would be hoping for something a little more stress-free against Mensur Suljovic, but I don't think you can really count on it. Although it's very difficult to second-guess what kind of form Mensur's in. He didn't take part in the UK Open because he didn't play any of the qualifying events because his wife's been ill, been in hospital. She's expecting their second child, I think.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, first leg, Mensur to throw first. Game on!
Of course, Mensur Suljovic was an absolute titan on the European Tour last year. Won his first PDC title. He then went on to make the final of a Players' Championship event. Went on to make his first major final at the European Championship itself. But it's fair to say, having been so good for so long, good couple of years, Mensur Suljovic has been just relentlessly making the final four of tournaments, kept making semi-finals, even the big ones on the telly. He got to that final, got a hiding from MVG, and then it's not really gone to plan. The Premier League spot was right there for him.
Yeah.
And I think had he done anything at the World Championship or the Players' Championship finals, he probably would have snuck in there, but he just didn't give them a reason beyond his excellence over the last 2 years. But of course he did give an interview where he said he didn't want to be part of the Premier League, which I think has probably played a part as well.
Underlining his enigmatic status.
Hey, look.
Hey, there's that word again.
Mensur does what he wants.
100. Mensur require 164.
But yeah, he's had about a month off the scene. But he returned at the first Players' Championship event in Barnsley, where he made the last 16. He's made the last 16 of a couple more since then as well. Made the quarterfinals of the Masters earlier this year, prior to his mini sabbatical.
Merv.
177. Mensur requires 60.
Asks the question of the gentle man who's got his own dart shop now.
Where is that?
The internet.
Oh, it's not an actual tangible.
No, it's not a
building.
thing. Oh, Mensur Doppelvierzehn Angst. That's what Mervyn was feeling right there.
Second leg, Mervyn to throw first. Game on.
German word for the anxiety you experience when Mensur Suljovic is on the hockey throwing at double 14 to win a leg, because you feel that it's going to happen and there is nothing you can do to stop it.
It's almost banker material for him. For Mensur. Winner in Riesa last year in September, beating Kim Huybrechts 6-5 in the final. Lost to MVG the week later. In Mulheim, made the semi-finals at the season-ending and the season-beginning tournaments as well. So a semi-final appearance. Lost to Alan Morris in the last four here in October.
100.
But then, just as you say, didn't really do much more after that.
58.
Well, I'm sure it's just a temporary blip. Mensur Suljovic has not produced the levels of excellence that he has over the last 2 years by fluke. The man is a supremely talented dart player. An awkward man to face, but it is more about his ability to hit big scores and finish superbly than anything about his speed or style or anything like that. As long as he doesn't kick you while he's stood in the hockey, which, I mean, there is a danger of that because his arms and legs everywhere with Mensur.
58.
Like to, as we said, I think we said last year, like an octopus falling out of a tree.
Yes, quite.
That's the last time I'll say that.
Oh, good. Use it more.
96.
96 for Mensur, which leaves him 162, which isn't a finish. Curious. And unlike Mensur, actually.
Yeah.
Oh man, who does that? I mean, when you go the weird ways that Mensur goes, you have to have good maths. Now he's left himself double 11. I mean, who knows? Mensur do it once. Double 12. Double 6.
Game
There we
on the
go.
second leg.
Merv is in business.
Third leg, Mensah to throw first.
Well, prior to this weekend, Mervyn King had a pretty torrid time of it on the European Tour. He made the semi-finals in Venray right at the start of last year, but then he won just one match on the European circuit for the rest of the campaign. That was against Christian Kist in Gibraltar. He
96.
was seeded for a couple of those tournaments last year, but by and large he had to come through qualifying for the rest. And he didn't make a lot of them. He missed out on 4.
Well, it used to be a very fertile ground for the King, the European Tour, because there was a time when he was one of only, I believe, 6 ever present on the Euro Tour over a period of 3.5 years or so.
It was Justin Piper as well.
I think Justin Piper was originally, but he didn't quite last as long as the King. Steve Beaton was one of the ones to go. Brendan Dolan was in there. I think we're now down to only 2.
Pioneers of the European Tour.
To have been in every single Euro Tour event since its reimagination
In 2012. Yeah. And they are?
One of them is Peter Snakebite Wright,
Of course.
and the other,
Simon Whitlock? No,
no.
of course not.
I'll leave it with you.
Yeah, do.
55.
You might immediately think MVG, but he missed, of course.
Yeah, he was
one
absent
with
last
injury.
year as well. Yeah, missed Greece last year.
Yes. I think he missed Austria as well in 2014.
Gosh.
Won by Vincent.
137.
Oh no, tell a lie. He was beaten in
Mensah,
Austria.
you require
Dave Chisholm.
46.
Good guess, but no. He had a period where he couldn't qualify for these when he was playing in the Premier League. He had some shocking results. As Mensah looks at 146 and Malarkey ponders, the other ever present on the European Tour. 77 scored, 69 left. May look at another treble 19.
96. Mervyn, you require 70.
So, chance for break of throw here for the King.
Ian
Okay.
White.
Tops.
Game's
And there
on
it
the
is.
third leg.
Merv does get a break of
Malinky.
throw, goes into the lead for the first time in this
Full
one.
leg,
Rob Malarkey,
Mervyn,
no,
the
it is
throw
not Ian
first.
White.
Sorry to
Game
steal
on.
Mervyn King's thunder there, by the way, but I just couldn't help myself. I thought I had the answer. Go on, put me out of my misery.
Mr. Kim Hybricks.
100.
Dear oh dear. Ian White can't have missed many.
58.
Anyway, we move on. Mervyn King is a break to the good hit.
100.
I think Russ isn't going down with anything either.
He is struggling, actually, Russ. Voice has cracked a couple of times this weekend. We've got a couple of ill wrecks.
180.
The maximum for Mensah.
100.
Merv there with his sponsor on his shirt. Spot it. Think of the European Tour, it might be something of a European flavour. Les Bourrons. It's not, it's Les Burrons.
140.
Fishing bait. You might pronounce it Les Bourrons. I don't think it is. That is another good set-up shot from Mervyn King to give himself a real chance of holding throw and going 3-1 up and establishing a better daylight, but Mensah Suljovic gets the treble, so it's a dart at the double instead of one of the bullseye. And it's double 9, it's right next to his favourite. The Mensah headbutt comes out, it's 2-apiece break back.
Fifth leg, Mensah to throw first. Game on.
Back in business.
$125.
Well, the winner of this will face the winner of our final game tonight. That is between Jamie Bain, the Scotsman, who is outstanding in the opening round, Saw off Chris Dobie. And played really good stuff. Averaged over 100 in that game.
Yeah, and that 129 checkout really killed off Chris Dobie in that one.
80.
Yeah, well, he's going to take on Joe Cullen, who's a man in form as well. Hit 9 darts the other day, and just another player who seems to be making steady progress.
One
Is more than steady from Mervyn King, his first maximum to add to the 177 he hit in the opening leg.
That's the 125th 180 of the tournament so far.
126.
125.
What was that?
Yeah, raised eyebrows from Merv.
Do you know what Merv's travel/living arrangements are this weekend? Is he in the mobile home? Is he on the bike?
Absolutely shudder to think what he's doing this weekend.
35.
Do you know the answer to this?
I don't know. No, I genuinely don't know. Could be sleeping in a bush for all I know.
There we go.
96.
The MGM shot.
You require bullseye.
Well, King has suddenly just got himself into a better position than he was here. Mensah just seems to have lost his way, but he's back on track here now.
Oh,
bang on cue. Well, he's got 51 left here, so he'll just look to set this up with double 16. And Merv just has a sniff here of another break.
Needed the treble 18 for double 16, and you can see the frustration from Mervyn King there. But Mensah will look at double 16, and Mensah's success over the last couple of years, it's not been solely built on double 14. I've seen him win games without him even having a dart at double 14. He's been excellent on pretty much every double on the board.
There was one match last year where he didn't even touch double 14.
Doesn't even leave it when he had the opportunity to.
Yeah.
It's like he's proving a point.
Game shown the fifth
He is
leg.
not a one-trick pony. He can find doubles elsewhere, as he proved there once again. And he leads 3-2, having trailed 2-1. Good response by the gentle.
Oh, we've already had the lead change hands a couple of times in this one. 1-0 up Mensah, 2-1 Mervyn, 3-2 Mensah now. Oh, now then. Is the gentle moving through the gears?
Maybe, just maybe he is. This place holds fond memories for Mensah, by the way. He came through the European qualifiers 2 years ago to make the semi-finals in 2015, losing 6-1 to Michael van Gerwen. And then, of course, he made the semis last year as well.
Oh, Mensah.
99.
4 perfect dart, but no more. We saw Peter Wright and Christian Kiss toy with us earlier on with the possibility of a perfect leg as Mervyn. There we go. 2 maximums apiece, and that gets Merv down to a finish, but Mensah should get down to one himself. It's 101 average, plays 99 average. The finishing excellent as well. We've got a real game on our hands here. Doesn't want to hit another 20 here, Mensah. That would leave 162, so he may look at the 18s. Well, it's the bullseye, and the bonus about that, although it's a slightly higher risk shot, does mean he doesn't have to use the bullseye when he comes back. If he comes back, which he will.
84.
I was going to say, I thought it might be academic there if that treble 18 had gone, but Suljovic, well, has it all to do still here on the King throw, admittedly.
But the thing is, with Mervyn, he leaves 80. Most players go 20s. Mervyn always goes treble 16 for double 16, and that means if you don't hit the treble, you're only going to get a dart at the bullseye, potentially. He does make this hard for himself, but he thinks it's worth the gamble because he loves double 16 so much. 14. Bull.
35.
Long way off there with the bull as well.
Other players would have had a dart at tops there.
64.
Will Mensah make him pay?
It's an even bigger gamble when Suljovic is lying in wait on 64 as well. Fair enough if he was well adrift, but yeah, you have to question the wisdom of that.
20. A double
There we go.
14.
Here we go again. Is it fait accompli? Yes, it is.
Game Sean, the 6th leg.
Absolutely.
Mensah Suljovic.
As sure as night follows day.
7th leg, and Mensah to throw first. Game on.
Well, we said he is no one-trick pony. But
As an insurance policy.
what a trick it is to have in your
Yeah.
locker. Because on both occasions, Mensah Suljovic has left double 14, last start in hand, pinned it,
105.
and that one was a big one. For a break of throw and a third consecutive leg, to actually establish a bit of daylight between these two for the first time. But there goes Merv! 180s in 3 consecutive legs now for Merv, and Miserly has lost the last 2, but...
Yeah, I wouldn't write him off just yet, but you'd rather be in Suljovic's shoes right now.
140.
Oh, 4 perfect darts again.
140.
But more importantly for Mervyn, he does follow with a 6th dart into the treble 20 and gives himself a very good opportunity to break the Suljovic throw. But another one of those, and Suljovic has a realistic chance of a 12 dart. That's exactly what he's got. What a leg of darts we have here.
Superb stuff. It's a very totally polar opposite of the match we had before this with Van Gerwen and Watermena.
Yeah, absolute massacre that was, wasn't it? Machine gun, more like a pea shooter against MVG. Needs a treble. Trying to fire it underneath that one, looks like. Oh, he's done exactly that. Double 18, Mensah. 12 darter. Absolutely wonderful stuff from Mensah Suljovic. This is the kind of stuff that propelled him to number 2 on the European Tour Order of Merit last year, and then the final of the European Championship.
I thought Merv was going to burst into tears then. He was to be shaking his head in a mixture of disgust and disbelief.
Well,
unfortunately, Merv, you've hit 180s in the last 3 legs and lost them all. I mean, I'm not saying it's a poor tactic. I'm just saying it's still not good enough right now against Mensah Suljovic. You need more than 180. You see, 102 average. And he's getting a bit of a walloping, 5-2 at the minute.
He is. I mean, there were 1 or 2 doubts about Mensah prior to this one, I thought, and King wouldn't have taken anything for granted, but I think deep down he would have fancied his chances tonight, but suddenly Suljovic has just really turned on the style, hasn't he? And he's playing some brilliant darts here.
Yeah, it is. And look at that finishing. It's brutal, isn't it? Oh, there we go. 180 in a leg is not enough. He's proven that over the last 3 legs. Throw 2 in. That's what you want to do.
Still might not be enough, though.
Well, it may not, but at least Merv's going to get some darts at a double, which is more than he had in the previous leg, despite being on a potential 12 dart.
162 again for Suljovic as well. Maybe he's just given up the ghost anyway. Tops for King.
Ooh, bent the wire.
20.
See, Suljovic now. Okay, well, he may have given up on this particular leg anyway, but even so, could at least have had a crack at this one. May all be academic anyway. 45.
Kind of chuck that last dart away there, Mensah.
Yeah, I think he's just focusing on leg number 9 here. Sorry,
yeah, 9.
9, yes.
Game shot on the 8th leg.
Merv getting the job done in this particular leg, so
Mensah to throw first. Game on.
3 more legs needed for the King to turn this around. We have seen an incredible comeback from Darren Johnson tonight, winning 6-5, having been 5-1 down to the world number 5 James Wade.
55.
And this is an opportunity.
Certainly is.
And Merv keeps kicking off 180.
He does. He's just alarming regularity about it.
180.
Nice, phenomenal. The consistency he's finding with the 180s in each leg. Now, if he can find another one, or sub 40, he's in great shape here to steal a break. Go on, Merv. 5 perfect darts for the King.
And a savage deflection. That was not far away from being on the 9. He has hit 6 180s in the last 5 legs, Mervyn King. He hit a 177 in leg 1 as well. But here comes Mensur. And he's hit 140 to leave a bogey number once again because he's not thinking straight.
Nearly toppled over as he played that final dart as well. Merv is on 181 here. Could do with a treble, just to be absolutely short. Okay, he's down to 116. Merv may well fancy his chances here.
Well, I know I said at the start of the game when Mensur left 162 that's unlike Mensur. He's then proceeded to leave a bogey number twice more in a matter of a few legs. And each time it has been potentially damaging. Well, in the end, Mervyn is not going to punish him, but he is going to leave himself handily placed. And Mensur has to take this out. His finishing has been superb so far in this match. If that continues here, then Mervyn King is being knocked out 6-3. Where's he gone? Oh, he's gone the 18.
Yep, 24. Guess what?
You know it.
Game, shot.
Mensur Doppel 14 Axe. It's such a thing, it's got its own name. 3 times he hits double 14 last start. And Mervyn King, an absolute assault on the treble 20. For a number of legs there to try and drag himself into the match. He has averaged 102, more than Mensur Suljovic. But as they say, 180s for pecuniary gain. Oh no, they don't. You know the saying. Mensur into the last 16. We've got 2 more spots available for you. Kevin Painter, the artist, takes on Simon Whitlock, the wizard, and then we round off with the rock star Joe Cullen against Jamie Bain. But Mensur Suljovic, the greatest player from a German-speaking part of the world in world darts right now, has just turned on the style against Mervyn King, who, once again, looks absolutely delighted in defeat. He seems happy when he loses nowadays, Mervyn King. Wins a game and he's absolutely furious with himself. Curious character, but what a man. The legend leaves the stage. Mensur hands out some flights. We'll get a few words with him and Elmar Polka. And then the last 2 games of the second round of the Happy Bet German Darts Championship.
Mensur, gratuliere dir.
Hi, my friend.
Das Match mit der Doppel 14 zu beenden ist ganz im Suljovic-Style, ne?
Immer wieder, oder? 2-mal und jetzt aufs Match. Yes, baby!
Mensur ist guter Dinge. Mensur, wir hatten eben gesagt, Anfang des Jahres hast du dich so ein bisschen zurückgenommen, weniger Turniere gespielt. Du bist ja einer, der unheimlich trainingsfleißig ist, der auch viele Stunden an Bord stehen muss. Schwieriger jetzt wieder reinzukommen, jetzt hier wieder auf der European Tour unterwegs zu sein?
Leider für mich ist es immer schwierig. Ich muss wirklich viel trainieren. Ich habe über 2 Monate nicht trainiert. Ich habe familiäre Probleme gehabt, aber Gott sei Dank ist alles gut gelaufen. Meine Frau bekommt mein Baby. Ich bin überglücklich. Und ich komme wieder, ich gebe mein Bestes. Im Moment bin ich vielleicht nicht der alte Mensur, aber ich komme wieder, versprochen.
Okay, das war schon ein irres Jahr 2016 bei dir, ne? Wenn man das mal so ein bisschen sacken lässt. Riesa gewonnen, noch andere Finals gespielt, auch bei den Major-Dingen und gute Ergebnisse eingefahren. Setzt einer selber so ein bisschen unter Druck, wenn man das Gefühl hat, verdammt, ich muss das auch bestätigen?
Absolut, wir sind immer unter Druck. Leider meine Freunde sind alle ausgeschieden. Ich sage immer Deutschsprachige, das sind meine Freunde. Aber wir sind immer unter Druck. Das ist für uns immer ein riesengroßes Problem da bei super Publikum. Wir wollen immer das Beste geben, aber leider funktioniert nicht.
Schön, dass du noch dabei bist. Wir sehen dich morgen wieder. The Gentle Mensur Suljovic.